Hey there, this is Dave Gardner. I want to welcome you inside the Riding with Gurus basically bonus and member area for those of you who took action and wanted to get that extra coaching on, chapter by chapter and basically report by report, going in depth with what each report kind of talks about so that you can help develop the skill set, or I can help you develop the skill set, I should say, where you're going to start taking little step, little step, little step, but then in the long run, what we're going to see over the course is that you've made some great strides and improvements. So, again, I want to welcome you to Riding with Gurus. You should already have access, been able to figure out and start downloading the book. Okay, if you haven't done that, make sure you go back and look at my emails that I sent, and you should be able to access that page where you can download that actual edition. Now, you should be having, if you went all the way in, you should be having a physical copy delivered to you as well soon, where then you can really go through and take it on the go with you, maybe take out a highlighter and write some notes, put some Post-its in there, and really go back to hit the spots that you feel best suit your business and where you are right now. Now, the first part, what I want to do is just kind of go through as an introduction and just kind of welcome you and give you a little bit of background about me. And then day by day, what we'll do is we'll go in and we'll dive in course by course, chapter by chapter throughout the course to help you out, again, to build your business a little bit at a time. Because again, it's not all about doing it all at once. You're not going to do it all at once. You could spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to outsource it, but chances are you don't have that readily available to you. I don't have it readily available to me. If you have an unlimited budget, then chances are you don't need this anyways. You're going to have somebody else already doing the work for you. Outsourcing is good, and I would suggest looking into it, and we'll get into some of that here in the future. But what we want to do is just little by little grow, because you want to be in for that marathon. It's not just a sprint. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about me today. And then we'll go through, and each day we're going to get some more information. I might spend, just one day on one chapter, or we might spend a couple days on some chapters going through and actually looking at how we can implement the things that are actually in here to slowly build us. Some things might push us a little forward faster. Some things might take some time to develop. And that's what you need to realize, is that you need to be in this for the long haul. I was just reading something by Mike Dillard the other day, and he was talking about, 3 to 5 years guaranteed that you're going to be building your business. Now, I've been in online marketing since 2009, probably just like some of you. Maybe you've been in for a few years. Maybe you're just getting in today as soon as you're reading this course and reading this book and realizing that, okay, you have no clue where to start. You don't know what to do. Maybe you don't know what an autoresponder is. Maybe you don't know what SEO stands for. And we really don't know where you are. And that was one of the reasons why I had you fill out that form and that questionnaire that should have helped me get a little insight on you. Now, again, if you're part of the the training course and the extra bonuses, you might have also upgraded to that, which I was just referring to a second ago, that idea of the 10 hours bonus. Okay, excuse me, I can't even speak here for a second. But what you should look for, if you're not in that already, you may see a link. I may have totally removed it because my time is full. I am a full-time science teacher. I coach 2 varsity sports. I coach bowling in the winter, and I coach varsity lacrosse in the spring. And those are both things that I'm passionate about. Definitely more passionate about lacrosse than bowling, but bowling does help pay the bills. So with lacrosse, I get out there and shoot, and I'm playing with the kids, and on my team, I actually coach girls lacrosse. So I'm playing with them, helping them develop their skills, and I want to do the same thing with you. I want to get in and show you things, show you back offices, show you videos on how I've actually implemented it. It's not just going to be me face to face. I'm actually going to have some screen capture videos in here where you're actually going to see how I physically implemented those chapters and some of the things that I physically did with those systems. Now, I'm going to go through every chapter by myself. I've already read it once, but I'm going to go through again, and I'm going to actually pinpoint and pull out some specific information that's going to benefit you. So again, my name's Dave Gardner, and I got into online marketing because I had a third kid, and we were struggling. We were trying to figure things out. We had lots of bills. We were always living within the means and almost above the means. You always seem to do that. And we needed to make more money. So I dabbed into places like eBay, and I dabbed into Craigslist a little bit, and I made some money. I've made a couple hundred sales on eBay, but it was of little things here and there. And in the long run, I would be spending and reinvesting, which kind of benefited me, but at the same time, the money was leaving. But I did use some of that money for some cool stuff as well. Bought some toys, bought more books, bought clothes. You name it, I'm always trying to reinvest in myself, and I think you should do the same thing. So, kind of going back, I had a third daughter. And, you know, I'm thinking, okay, I got 3 girls. What's that going to look like, you know, after for college, for, you know, weddings, you know, whatever. I'm thinking big bucks. So I need to have some supplementary income, and maybe even income that releases my, you know, that whole job, the current job I have, where I could do this full time. That's an option as well. Okay, right now I'm still teaching full time because I have the insurance, I have great vacations, you know, I have great opportunities to coach and to network with people. So I'm still doing it right now. Okay, it's not a bad thing, but it might not be the best thing for me in the long run. That's the whole goal of building that business and building you as a brand. That's what I want to help you do, is to build you. So about 2009, again, that's when I really started to dive into things. I bought my first product. I believe it was Magnetic Sponsoring. I also bought Mike Filsaime's Butterfly Marketing. He's in the book. Okay, it's his mastermind that I belong to, and that was one of the first products as well that I bought. You might have also gotten that as one of the upgrades as well, the Butterfly Marketing 3.0 marketing system and marketing book, where basically, again, as I talked about earlier in this video, it's about taking little steps, little, but then you see the massive growth. It becomes exponential in the long run. So it all just starts to fold together, and I start taking little bits of action. I learned about Bob the Teacher Jenkins, and I followed the TARL method: take action, revise later. And again, it's about learning and applying. Learning, apply, learn, apply. It's a give and take. People give me stuff, I learn it, I absorb it, but then I give it back out there. And what I give out, I end up giving, eventually getting back more in return. And the same thing can be said for you as well. You can start to get materials returned to you, whether it's finances, whether it's free products, whether it's gifts. Okay, I've gotten free courses because I promoted for people. I've gotten free courses because I've gone through and reviewed things and found out where things were wrong. Okay, I've tested their software out and I've figured this out. And in the long run, I've developed relationships where, you know, maybe I haven't used it yet, but in the long run, I'm going to say, hey, you know what, I helped you out, I did this product, you know, how else can I help you out? And then they're going to start to say things, okay, you know, how can we help you out? It's going to turn around to me where I've promoted and helped a lot of other people. Eventually, they're going to help me promote this as well, because it's going to help their list out, and it's going to help their readers out, because they're going to want to learn and develop, and you know, maybe they're new to online, and maybe that big name marketer can't provide a lot of one-on-one contact, where a lot of us are just starting to develop or becoming that alpha network marketer, and we're going to be able to provide a little more time on our hands because we don't have the multi-million-dollar businesses. Maybe we only have a $1,000 business a month. Maybe it's a $10,000. We want to increase that and become, again, exponential, and also multiply by 10. So, you know, I'm getting all this information, I'm learning, I'm buying courses, I'm spending money, and in the long run, you know, what happened? My wife almost killed me because she found out that I had been spending more and investing more than I had been actually leading on to. Now, she's not wholeheartedly into this, and you know, that doesn't mean she doesn't support me. She wants me to be successful, and she wants us as a family to be successful, but there's times where it's very frustrating because I'm going to be putting a lot of time on the internet. And I don't want you to have to go through that struggle. I want you to be a little bit more benefited in the fact that you know I can do step A, B, and C, and this is what works, instead of trying to figure it out all yourself. Now, being a teacher, I like to learn, and I like to experience, and I like to know everything that's going on. It just happens to be how I am. But in the process, that might have been one of my downfalls. And recently, I took part in the Pure Leverage Freedom Live event in Las Vegas because I'm a member of Pure Leverage, and I'm talking about Pure Leverage with you in some of the other videos in the future, and I've talked about them in some that you've already maybe have seen as well. It's a great system and software to run your programs. And one of the things that I heard there was the idea that, excuse me for 1 second, but it's going to be the idea, I just had to swallow there, it's going to be the idea that perfection creates procrastination. The more you try to be perfect in your environment, the less you actually take action on getting things done. So one of the big things I can tell you today, and we're going to cut this short right here without continuing to go on, I'll give you more in the next video, but is the idea, again, of taking action. The more you take action, the more results you're going to see. The only thing I can guarantee right now is that if you don't take any action, you're never going to see any results. So take a little action. What I want you to do today is make one blog post possibly. If you don't have a blog, okay, sign up for Pure Leverage and get yourself a blog and get your tools like the autoresponder. That's the system that you can actually use to send people email and to actually start to build a list. So start that, take that first action, maybe develop some social media skills as well. So we'll talk about those in other videos. But for right now, you need to start taking action, and by, you know, whether it's reading the first chapter and starting to change your mindset, going through and trying to figure out maybe what problems you can solve or what you're actually appreciative of and what you're actually passionate in. So the more that you can help me out and I can help you out, the better we're going to be together. So jot down some notes and get ready for a great email series and get ready for some great training videos and get ready for that great book that's going to be coming to you pretty soon, assuming you went for those packages. Again, this has been Dave Gardner, and I look forward to doing some great work with you. Thanks.